continuar en español, oprima el número 2.
Yeah, so every time.
To continue in English, press 1. Para continuar en español, oprima el número 2. Please hold for the next available agent. For quality assurance, your call may be monitored and recorded. All specialists are busy. Please stay on the line.
So we're waiting on an associate to answer a question regarding why it is that I have to pay $605 to file a formal complaint when my phone service by federal law is required. They've already had a informal warning by the F.C.C. and I don't understand why the F.C.C. can't just ask
All
them.
Specialists are busy. Please stay on the line.
I want to know why the F.C.C. can't ask Straight Talk to fabricate a receipt or mail or any document that shows that they have complied and that they have sent my request, because I asked for them to send it via mail. If they can't fabricate that they have sent it, that they don't have a post date, that they don't have confirmation, that they don't have a ticket, they don't have mailing, tracking that says that they have sent it, then it's a violation. Why would I have to go through a formal process, pay $605, and go through a court proceeding to prove that? It's that simple. You tell them you have 14 days or 7 to 10 days or whatever to comply by fabricating evidence that you have sent, as the consumer has requested, phone records to the following address, name, date. That's simple. Instead, we're doing
All
a court
specialists are
proceeding.
busy. Please stay on the line.
And they want me to go get an attorney. They want me to go pay $605 for a formal complaint. Instead of them just saying, hey, if you don't fabricate a receipt of evidence stating that you have complied and sent mail to this particular person or this consumer, which is me, based off their request and our informal warning, then if you can't do that, you'll be subject to federal violation and fines. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. Instead, they want me to go and do all of this bullshit with a court proceeding and formal, all this crazy stuff. I've never seen anything like this before. This is nuts. And on top of that, the lawsuit that I have in federal court right now hasn't written back or responded to me, and it's still open. It's still an open case, and it's been over a year. And technically, these things are supposed to be terminated after a certain amount of days.
Please stay on the line.
And I still haven't received information from this judge. And you just see, every time you navigate this process, you just see the convolution and the unjust issues that you're dealing with.
How may I help you today?
Hey, Jenny,
I have the F.C.C. My name is Jenny. How may I help you?
Yes, Jenny, I have a ticket number so we can have a chat about the ticket number. Are you ready?
And what is the number?
7577215.
One moment.
Okay, so we sent you an email on January 15th letting you know that the informal complaint process has concluded.
Yes, I
That
understand.
if you want to file formal proceedings, you can do so.
Yes, I understand.
There's nothing more that the F.C.C. can do on our side.
Okay.
You can always reach out to your provider yourself and see if you can get the issue resolved.
Okay, I just have one question. Is I'm not understand. I just don't understand why the FCC, because you sent them an informal warning, which I get is what that was considered. But why aren't you asking them to fabricate receipt that they sent as requested? My phone records. Why can't you ask them to fabricate that? And if they can't fabricate that, they've mailed it to me, then they're in violation because you've already requested it.
Well, sir, because this informal process facilitates a conversation between you and the provider at the corporate level. The F.C.C. does not investigate, nor do we mediate individual issues. So the informal process is just a way for you to talk to the provider at the corporate level.
Okay. And the only thing I have,
if you need further,
yeah,
that is why, if they haven't, we can't make them respond to you or respond how you want them to respond.
Okay. So you don't have an investigations and enforcement division?
Not for these issues, no.
Okay. Your website says that you do. That's why I asked.
Not for individual issues.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have to go through, there's no way around it. I have to go through this $600 some to get phone records. That's standard. That's standard. Like that's what people do. Okay. What was your name and your number again? That's fine. I'm going to hop off. What was your name and your employee number again?
My name is Jenny, and my number is CTR 406.
Thank you. So this is the trash that I have to go through, right? This is what I'm talking about. And those phone records show, the reason why those phone records are so important is one, they show that I'm being cyber stalked and that I'm receiving phone calls and spams and spunks and all kinds of spoofs, okay, surrounding where I am geospatially and surrounding events in my life. So if I'm having sometime at work and I'm going through some type of process, whether it be administratively or if I'm just in a regular flow of things and I know I'm being harassed and abused, and they're using things like, for example, truckloads to abuse me of my personal assets, right? Using semantics. Or if someone said something about me and they slandered me, which is what a lot of my career is about, this whole smear campaign, then I'm able to track that back, right? The other thing is if I'm doing something on my phone and I'm in the middle of orchestrating something, maybe in my activities of daily living, paying utilities, going about my business, I have these calls that are always coming in at the same time because they're abusing me. And one of those organizations I still work for, and she'll call me while I'm in the middle of a phone call persistently. This is a persistent means of abuse. Is they'll wait and observe when I'm on the phone, and then they'll call me while I'm on the phone. And they'll use this. And what they'll try to do is they'll try to get like a boss, usually a supervisor, someone that's above you in the someone like a recruiter or something. And they'll use this in two different ways. They'll use it to harass you, number one, but they'll also use it to try to intimidate and humiliate you by saying you missed a call by your boss, or you missed a call by the recruiter, or you missed a call by the operations manager, or you missed a call by somebody that you think you should be giving respect and credit to. And the whole time they're actually abusing you, okay? Or maybe it's HR calling you, right? In this case, one of my companies is one of the coordinators, and she likes to always call knowing when I'm on the phone, right? And I'll make one call. And the importance of that phone record is I'll make one call in the whole day. I'll make one call, okay? So I wake up around 7, go to sleep around 10. And the whole day I'll make one call. One call. And what they'll do is I'm on that phone, and they'll call me while I'm on that phone for 4 minutes tops. Conversation may last 4 to 10 minutes. And in that whole day, from 4 to 10-minute phone call, somebody will give me a call while I'm on the phone to abuse me. And then what they'll do is they won't answer when you call them back. Okay. All of these spam text, spam phone calls from people I don't know, okay? All of these things going on that phone record. I've got Straight Talk erasing the numbers, big gaps in information. How the last time I requested it and they mailed it to me was way back in 2022. I think they gave me a copy in late 2023, and I ended up having to go tooth and nail to get it from them. And when they finally sent it in my mail, I opened it up, and they had blocks of information, literally months of phone calls missing. Months. One of those months was like September to April. So from April of 2022 to September of 2022, every single phone call was missing. Every city, every call, every number, every inbound, every outbound, everything was missing. Okay? So they give me impartial information. Bullshit F.C.C. try to say that it was private, like you have to secure privacy of other people. That bullshit. You don't have thousands, hundreds, all of these calls coming in, right? And then you're saying that all of those calls were private? Don't bullshit me. Okay? So I've been tracking down these phone records for the past 2 years now. 2. And every single time I go to do it, it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. Okay? So if that doesn't objectify conspiracy, I don't know what else does. And this lady that you heard say that she doesn't do it on an individual basis, that's stupid. They do it on an individual basis. That's why you're going through a court proceeding, because now we have to do it on an individual basis. And if you go to their website, and they have an entire enforcement department that says, if the informal process doesn't work, our job is to then investigate and create a formal process, a formal complaint. And yes, I did receive the email that says I have to pay $605 to do a court proceeding because, I don't know, it's my right to have it. If it was the IRS, which they've messed with that too, and I called the IRS, which, by the way, on the 15th, if Priority Ambulance doesn't send me, okay, my W-2s, we're going to have a problem because it's a federal article. It's a federal article that I have a right to, period. End of discussion. And this company has denied me that in the past. And I've had to go back and forth with the IRS, and the IRS is the middleman, and they're abusing me and giving me disinformation about that. It's a federal article, a W-2. This is no different according to federal rule on phone records. Okay? I have a right to my records, period. I don't need to go to the court for proceeding. You just tell them, hey, if you don't fabricate the mailing, the tracking, the confirmation that you have mailed it to this consumer upon his request, then you are in violation of federal code, period. I don't need to go and spend hundreds of dollars to do that. It's just like the IRS. If I go and tell the IRS that my employer is not fabricating a W-2 in some way, shape, form, or capacity, then that's a violation of federal law. Period. I don't need to go to an attorney and bring them in front of bring my employer in front of a courtroom to do that. It's stupid. So this is one problem on top of the city Birmingham problem and the water problem that I'm having in the backyard that they are allowing to just pour into my backyard as we speak. This is Log 77.